Welcome back to Match Night. This is a very cool moment for us. The first ever live draw for League1Canada Women's Inter-Provincial Championship. It's going on right here, right now on One Soccer. Gareth Wheeler, Jordan Wilson. This is Melissa McKinnon, Manager of Administration for League One. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
me.
For
the draw today. The first ever live draw, but this is the third edition of the tournament. This year, very special as well. It's going to be taking place the weekend of August 9th at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario. It's going to consist of teams from League One British Columbia, League One Ontario, League One Quebec, and for the first time ever, League One Alberta. So all four provinces will be represented as well. 9 or 10 years in now in terms of League One. I'm sure there's been plenty of changes along the way.
Lots of changes. It's our 9th year. First year, we had 8 teams, and we actually played at Tim Hortons Field before the Pan Am Games. We had all 4 games there. It was amazing. So this is like a full circle moment for us. And to have 4 provinces for League1Canada compete it's just exciting. It's great for our female athletes.
No kidding. And we always speak about pathways and opportunity for footballers in this country. And this competition in these leagues, which are now expanding coast to coast to coast, are providing some of that opportunity for young women's players.
Yes, we have at least, I'm going to say 50 players, female athletes that have gone on to sign professional contracts.
When you started, did you believe or think that it would happen so quickly to be at this point?
You know what? When I started with the women, I was more with senior men for most of my career before League One, and the women did not have a talented pathway. And when we got in League One and we had this talented pathway for them, it was, you could see the difference and the quality of play and just increased. And then you start noticing players moving on and even coming from the OPDL into League One and moving on to Canada. Olivia Smith is a great name to boast that played in League One, right?
Sure. Right.
So it's awesome. It's a great place for these athletes to play.
Sauvé today, the latest player to go on, she just signed for Sporting Lisbon as well. So
yes.
Congratulations, a big signing. But we're seeing this pathway in PLSQ before. Vanessa Gilles, like there's a lot of familiar names who are very much household names across this country. I mean, this is where it begins, isn't it?
It is. It is for these athletes. I feel like they're my kids, right? Like I do. I watch them grow and I watch them play, and I'm like, get so excited. And we pat ourselves on the back because we made this happen. We got this place for them to play, and it's doing stuff, right? It's bringing them where they need to be. It's putting them in that professional environment.
The Inter-Provincial Championship has been a lot of fun over recent years. It's skewed to the home side. We'll see if that changes this time around. As I mentioned, the 4 representatives that will be drawn here in just a moment's time. Vancouver Whitecaps FC Girls Elite are back into the reigning champions this. Calgary Blizzard joins for the first time. NDC Ontario and the League One Quebec winner will be crowned next week, either CF Montreal or Montreal Outremont.
Looking forward to that. CF Montreal was in last year, and they were quite a talented team. So we're looking forward to that final next week to see who's representing League One Quebec.
We should also say the Whitecaps Girls Elite will be playing in the CONCACAF club competition that's upcoming in El Salvador in the week following this event. I mean, so it's a busy schedule for them, and they will, based upon last year being the reigning champions, maybe they're the favorites to go on and win this tournament. Potentially.
I am League One Ontario, so I have my favorite, but
Fair
I was just testing you on the spot. We'll see how it all plays out. So the draw procedure is quite straightforward. Jordan will draw a ball, Melissa will draw a ball. Those teams will play. The first team drawn will be the home side in that game.
Got it.
So simply put. Jordan, you've done this before.
I have.
You're a draw professional here. Melissa, we'll just follow Jordan's lead.
All right.
So I'm picking the home side.
Let's go. The home side for the first game, which we played on Friday, August 9th at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton.
NDC, Ontario.
There you go. You held it there nicely, Jordan.
Perfected
the
that
posture and form. So
yep.
NDC Ontario from League One Ontario will be the home side in the first match, and they will play
They will play.
Yes.
They will play either CS Montréal Autrement or CF Montreal.
All right, they'll play the entrant from League One Quebec. So a good old Ontario-Quebec rivalry to start us off. We know who the two other teams who will be facing one another. Let's make it official, Jordan. Draw the home side for the second game.
Vancouver Whitecaps FC.
Whitecaps FC Girls Elite.
Love
Their
it.
road to potentially going back-to-back starts as they play.
Of course, it's going to be me.
No.
Calgary Blizzard.
Nice.
Calgary Blizzard. So there you are. The four teams have been drawn. We'll just bring you up to speed. It is NDC Ontario. They will be facing the League One Quebec entrant. That will be decided next weekend. That game will be played to qualify whoever that is. Whitecaps Girls Elite will take on Calgary Blizzard. You can watch each and every match right here on One Soccer. Head down to Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, Ontario, and support these phenomenal athletes along the way. What do you make of the draw, Melissa? Some decent matchups upcoming.
Decent matchups. I would have preferred if the East played a West team, just to make it a little more interesting. But it's honestly, it's going to be a great weekend of women's football across the board. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you so much. Great drawing as well. It's a pleasure to have you in studio with us.
Thank you very
Jordan,
much.
as always, well done. So that's your Women's Inter-Provincial Championship draw. You can watch that competition right here on One Soccer.